Victoria. Welcome to today's video. We're bringing in some drugstore products. I love to test out like everything. So high-end drugstore, talk about paparazzi sometimes of course too, hair, all the things. Today's gonna be specifically for e.l.f.'s icon products. They posted recently that they have their iconic, basically their best-selling products. So I screenshotted all of their best sellers. There was only a couple that I wasn't able to get, which was the highlighter. I didn't want the hydration cream because I already have one that I love for my skin, and I didn't get the Flawless Face brush. So there was a couple different ones, and I think the blush I couldn't get as well. But everything else I got for the most part. So we're gonna be testing out the foundation, the concealer. There's also this lip liqueur that we're gonna try out. Eyeliner. I finally found the Poreless Putty Primer. This is sold out basically everywhere. So if you can get your hands on this primer somehow, it's apparently magic from what I've heard. And also a brow pencil. On a different shopping trip, I came across this bundle of brushes for only $5. It was such a good deal, and I love especially this one. Looks so good for contouring. So I wanted to go with this guy. And on another shopping trip, I've been collecting e.l.f. stuff for a couple months, like preparing basically for when I could find the putty so I could film this video. But I also got some loose glitter in the shade Bronze Comet. It's a really, really pretty sparkly brown, and I don't have that, so I'm really pumped about that one. We also got lip liner in the shade Natural, and then also dark red, because I love a good red lipstick day. And these ones are only $2.10. The glitter was on clearance for $2.80. So we're gonna test out all of these things and see how well they work. I'm gonna take off my makeup so we can start from scratch, and then we'll get started. We're back. So clean skin. Let's start with the Poreless Putty Primer. I don't exactly remember how much this costs, but it's not a lot. I'll post the prices of everything just up on the screen so you guys can see them. But this is how it looks when it arrives. It says e.l.f. right up at the top. All these products are super, super affordable. Super creamy. If there's directions, let's read the directions. Apply a thin, even amount to moisturize skin prior to makeup application. Allow 30 seconds for setting before applying foundation. It has a velvety texture, which it absolutely does. I can definitely attest to that. So let's just get a little bit on both fingers. I feel like that might be kind of a lot. It kind of just smells clean. It doesn't really smell like anything. Okay, so I'm just gonna rub it on my fingers and then just push it into the skin. I'm starting in the center, and then I'm gonna just kind of work my way outwards. All right, then we wait 30 seconds and see what happens. This is seriously one of the most popular primers I have heard about anywhere. It's supposed to be so good. All right, we waited long enough, so now let's dip into the foundation. I am so pale right now. I feel like a ghost. I have never been this pale. I used to own a tanning salon, so this is like my first winter with zero tanning and stuff. I do have a really good self tanner though. I'll post a link for that video because it is a really, really wonderful one. But I literally just grabbed the lightest shade because this I feel like will hopefully match me the best. It's the shade 120 Pearl. So we're going to open this guy up. It's a satin finish with medium coverage. It does say that it's buildable, which is awesome, and it has a pump, which is so nice, and a super classy bottle. This was not expensive either, you guys. I'll post the price for this too. So I'm just gonna put some on my little glass palette. I'll shake it a little bit first. It's a pretty thick consistency, so I'm gonna just start off with a little bit so we can kind of build it up. And I already wet my beauty blender, so we can just start going in. If this shade is like my perfect match, I don't know if I should be impressed because I actually picked the right shade, or like watch this shade be like my perfect match. Okay, so the coverage actually is really pretty nice. You can still see like redness on this side. I can still see it from my nose. And on this side, like a lot of the blemishes are covered up. The shade is too light for me. I'm glad that I'm not like the lightest shade, but still, it's a beautiful foundation so far. Yeah, this shade is too light for me. I look very ghostly, even more so than normal. So it didn't cover up this blemish super well. We'll go in with concealer for that. It builds really nice, and I really like that primer. Oh my gosh. My pores look so minimized. Oh my gosh. Whoa. I almost actually like this more than my Tarte smoothing primer, and that is like 3 times the price of this, if not more. That's insane. Let's dip into the concealer. This is the shade Fair Warm. It's 16-hour concealer, it claims. Again, this was not super expensive. A really nice applicator that actually, this reminds me so much of the Tarte Shape Tape. I mean, the coverage, like that looks pretty good. I think this is a little bit too light for me too. I went just a little too on the light side. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is bad. This is so not the good, this isn't good stuff for my skin. Oh my gosh, this is way too white. What was I thinking? Oh my goodness. That's okay. We'll bronze up. For powder, I'm gonna use the Palladio rice powder. This is only like $5 or $6 on Amazon. I did a video about this. It is amazing powder, especially for baking. It does so good. So we're gonna use this one today for that. And we're gonna dig into these brushes to do some contouring. So this is the Contouring and Sculpting 3-piece brush collection from e.l.f. I'm so excited for these. I do have a few e.l.f. brushes already. I've had some since high school, and they work really, really well. I've been impressed with e.l.f. for a long time, to be honest, just because their prices are so inexpensive, which is just really, really thoughtful. It's so cool that a brand just decides, hey, we're just gonna create a super awesome product and not gonna charge very much. So we have first the small stipple brush. Cool. A new brush for my collection, yes! We also have the contouring brush. Really excited to use this on my nose today. So it's gonna fit just perfectly right where you need a contour. And the last one that we got is the face sculpting brush. This one has a little bit of curve as well for an ideal contouring skill. And I'm just gonna work some product on my brush, tap off some. Let's blend it with the other one that doesn't have any product. Ooh, that's blending it so good. I really like that, you guys. These brushes are so inexpensive too, so nice. I'm gonna use the Stipply brush for blush and just take a little bit of my Bare Minerals. I don't know if I love this brush. I don't think I like that brush. It just lifted my concealer a little bit. I want to bronze up the face just a little bit more. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush that I have on the side and go into a Tarte bronzer just to kind of warm the face a little bit. We're going to do the brows. I really hope this is my shade because this is going to go downhill so fast if it's not. It's the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in Brunette. Color looks pretty. Might actually be a little bit too warm toned for me, but let's find out. You can see in the camera already, can't you? This is too light. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am failing on picking my shade. What is going on? I am so embarrassed at this right now. It's fine. No big deal. Really, no big deal. So I'm gonna just do the other one and we will move on. The pigmentation is amazing. It's a really, really pigmented product. It distributes really nicely. You can do really nice brow strokes. I like the spoolie. I like that you have kind of a 2-in-1. I like the product, I just don't like the color, but I would definitely keep this if it was my shade. We're gonna sculpt them out and just kind of highlight them a little bit with concealer and prime the eyelids with concealer so we can move into the eyeshadow parts. Wow, love. The coverage on that, you guys, is impeccable. I want to make the eyeshadow portion just a little simple. I'm going to take my Pretty Cool palette from Dose of Colors that I got in my BoxyCharm, and I'm going to go in with the lightest shade and put that on the crease. I'm just going to go into the next darkest color. We're kind of working down the line here a little bit. Get a little bit of that one on my brush, and I want to darken out the outer edge a smidge before we move into the glitter. Oops. Okay, so let's put a little bit on my under eye. I'm gonna take this smudge brush from Moda, and I wanna grab the middle color that we used, but I wanna put that under the eye. Okay, we're definitely having a very smoky look today. I'm so weird. I'm so surprised you guys like hanging out with me, to be honest. Let's lay down a little bit of concealer so we can put on some glitter. So pretty. What? That is beautiful. Just has the prettiest sparkles. I'm back. I'm sorry. I got distracted and realized that I needed to put dinner in the oven. So I put on the glitter, which is stunning. The glitter did not apply well with the concealer. It was kind of making it a little bit more of a gray. So I applied some glitter glue on instead and put glitter glue just on this side, and it made the pigment of the glitter so much better. In that process of fixing and stuff, I got glitter all over my face. Oh my gosh, it's everywhere. Usually I would not complain, but this is dark glitter, and so you can like clearly see it, and it almost looks like either like little black hairs or little blackheads, and so I'm like, no. But it's okay, we're not doing anything really today. It's more in the late afternoon, so it's not like anyone's gonna see it except for my husband, so it's fine. In the future, I would definitely do my eyes first for sure, especially if you're gonna be using loose glitter. Just do your eyes before the rest of your face, and I should have thought of that. I don't know what I was thinking, but just a little FYI, if you're wanting to go and experiment with loose glitter, do your eyes first. Last step for our eyes, I'm gonna dip into my Violet Voss, which also happens to be from BoxyCharm. They've been hooking me up with the most beautiful eyeshadow palettes that I never would have tried. BoxyCharm is so much fun, you guys. I'll post the link down below. It is my favorite subscription. I also have FabFitFun, but I actually like BoxyCharm better just because it is more frequent, and I do really, really like that. You ultimately get more products than FabFitFun, and it's a little bit more geared toward like makeup. It's like the makeup side better with BoxyCharm. Next, we're gonna dip into the eyeliner, and I have heard good things about the liner. I've heard good things about basically everything. So this is their Black Eyeliner, their Intense Ink Eyeliner. This is also one from their Icon list, so let's just put this on really quick and see how it goes. Oh my gosh, no. I'm gonna take this off. This is bad. Like the pigment, I have to push so hard on it. I was really hoping to love like every single one of these. I know my liquid eyeliners. I can know basically immediately whether or not I'm gonna like it, and I do not like that one. I'm gonna apply some mascara and lashes really quick so we can move on to the lips. Eyes are done. We've got our lashes on. Everything looks perfect. So let's move on to the lips. I just want to look at the liner and kind of look at the shade. They're really, really pretty red shade, so it's going to be beautiful on. Maybe I'll put on a little bit. Ooh, that's nice. That's so creamy. Actually, red might actually look really red might look really pretty right now. shade looks so daring. I really like this. Oh, and then it has a brush on one side. Oh, that's really nice. Hey. A really big pet peeve of mine with lip pencils, with lip liner, is the fact that some of them smell so strong like crayons. I do not like that smell. It's not flattering to me. I think that smell can be avoided. I mean, brands do it, so that's just my personal preference. So this does very much so smell like a crayon, and it just makes it feel cheap to me. I know for a fact there's way better lip liners out there, but for how inexpensive this is, that's a great deal. Let's go in with the natural. This one smells like a crayon too, and it's not as soft. That, like, the red was super buttery. This one's a little bit pokey and hard to blend. That one doesn't want to blend at all. I'm trying. No, that's so funny that the consistency can be so night and day between those two. This one is like not hunky-dory. Instead of putting on lipstick, I actually really love the color of this. I'm gonna leave this as is, and we're gonna just put the lip liqueur on top of that. I already have 2 lip products from e.l.f. This one is the Champagne Lip Plumper. I've used a lot of it. As you can see, there's only like this much left in there. I've gotten the most compliments on this out of probably any of my lip glosses. So I'm super impressed. This one was, I think, $5. So I have a strong feeling I'm probably gonna really love this just as a gloss. Actually, I'm torn. Sticking together quite a bit, but you know what? It feels so moisturizing. I think there's better things out there. I'm sorry, e.l.f. I wanted to love this. I wanted to love everything. I'll check in with you guys in a little bit, and then we'll regroup and decide which ones are really worth it and which ones are not. Hey you guys, I wanted to give you a little update on the foundation. It's been a couple hours and oils are coming through, but it's actually holding up really pretty well. It's starting to come apart a little bit around my nose, but it's really not that bad. So anyways, the Putty Primer, by the way, like, my pores look so good. They're like non-existent. Oh my gosh, if you guys can get your hands on that primer, I like highly recommend it. It is so good. I cannot wait to try it tomorrow. Seriously, it's amazing. So this is my check-in. I hope you guys like it. The foundation's doing pretty good. It's just starting to get oily around my forehead and stuff, but overall, it's working pretty well. The concealer, I really enjoy. It is creasing a little bit on my eyes, but I feel like if you just set it a little bit faster, that might help. Otherwise, I do feel like it actually would be a pretty good buy, especially if you're on limited funds. I think it's a super practical purchase. The gloss like looks really pretty, but it tastes horrible. I'm not a fan of that. It has to, I mean, you touch your lips a lot, at least I do, so I feel like it should probably taste kind of good at least. But it does feel really creamy, so it does have a couple pros. The liner, not a fan. I did not like the liner at all, but I think you guys kind of probably could already guess that. What else were the super essentials? Oh my gosh, the putty. Oh, I love the putty. Like, I put some in my hands, and I think really warming it up on my hands before pushing it into my skin made such a difference. Oh my gosh. So really loved that. The brows, the formula was wonderful. It blended super good. I loved that it had a spoolie and the pencil. I was able to make like some good brow strokes in there, so I would definitely recommend a brow pencil for sure. I think I covered all of their iconic ones that we were able to purchase. I wish we could have gotten the highlighter and the blush, but we didn't. There was also another primer that I just didn't really want to try out since we were already doing the putty, and then the moisturizer wasn't that into that one either. But from the ones that we tried, I am so impressed. Oh my gosh, like, drugstore is really stepping up their game. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was such a fun experience. I feel like I found some new, like, awesome holy grails, especially that putty. I'm so impressed. My pores are gone. I'm really impressed with the putty. So I hope you guys get a chance to try that out. It is sold out in a lot of places, so I hope you can find it and test it. Don't forget to like, the video and subscribe and ring the bell so you can be notified. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Hopefully I'll see you back again really soon. Have a great day, you guys. Mwah.